Bakare is a comedian. How will he fulfill his own number 16 presidential ambition that he shouted to high heaven recently that nothing can change now that he has become a brand manager to Tinubu? He's a pastor and should not delve into prophecy because there's difference between a pastor and a prophet. The leader of INRI, Evangelical Spiritual Church, Primate Elijah Ayodele, has described the serving overseer of Citadel Global Community Church, Pastor Tunde Bakare, as a comedian, delving into arena of prophecy where he knows little or nothing about. He was particularly irked by the comments credited to Bakare on the presidential ambition of former governor of Lagos State and national leader of the All Progressives Congress, Mr. Bola Tinubu, that he does not need the validation of anyone to become president. Primate Ayodele, who described Bakare as a bundle of contradiction, wondered how he will fulfill his own presidential ambition, which he shouted to high heaven recently, that nothing can change now that he has become a brand manager for Tinubu. He said, Bakare is a comedian. How will he fulfill his own number 16 presidential ambition that he shouted to high heaven recently, that nothing can change now that he has become a brand manager of Tinubu? He's a pastor and should not delve into prophecy because there is difference between a prophet and a pastor. Primate Ayodele, as earlier in his 2021 predictions, said Tinubu will not make it to the presidential villa in 2023, among other predictions. Okay. Of course, a lot of us must have heard about the pastor Tunde Bakare, when he said, even in that video, I did the video, you can check through. He said in the video that not that he's the one that will be speaking for Tinubu. What are you talking about? What you are saying you are not. You've already done it. You have already done the PR for him. Well, that is his own opinion, is entitled to that. But one thing is that, and because he was the one that was saying, he has said many things concerning being the president, being this and that. You talk back and forth. I don't understand. All of a sudden again, there was something he said about Tinubu before now. Now he's coming back again to tell us another thing. You can imagine, these are the people, these are the kind of people that people will sit under them. They will be feeding them with all manner of things, day in, day out, year in, year out. You don't even know where they belong. And when they are speaking, some people who do not have a deep thinking, they will be shouting, yes, right on. What do you... Oh my goodness. Because how do you justify those statements he has made? About 4 statements, about 4 instances that he has come. He will say, oh, something about Tinubu tomorrow. Yesterday, today, he will talk another one. Or we'll talk about his own presidential ambition. Well, I don't think... I don't even know what to say, because maybe he's just speaking in his own mind. Maybe it's not going to affect his own ambition. Whether at the end of the day he's going to drop his own ambition for anybody or for anything, we don't know. Tomorrow again, he might come out to tell us a different story altogether. Well, Tinubu can never be president of Nigeria. God will not allow him because he's the most greedy politician in the history of Nigeria. He has stolen so much. Let him go and enjoy his loot and forget about the presidency, or else he will go the way of Abiola. It does not matter. It doesn't matter. He has the right. You can say he will not. You are not going to give him your own votes. I'm reacting to this particular statement. You can say you cannot give him your own votes. Other people will give him their own votes. So from your own calculation, yes, it cannot be there. But by the time a lot of people, just like they always say, majority carry the vote. If other people, in other places, and their numbers, have higher numbers, to put him there, he will be there. But as far as you are concerned, it cannot be, because you are not going to give him your vote. Your vote will not be counted to him. So if you have likes of few who do not want him to be there, good and fine. At the end of the day, if he does not get the number of votes, and that is a different thing entirely. So when people talk about that, you can talk for yourself, because those who are saying, oh yes, so we're not go agree, we're not go let them, at the end of the day, they will go behind and go and vote for him again once they see any little thing. All of you that will be shouting, no, we not go agree, by the time they bring something, everybody will some people will just soak like they do. They will just be like the way Sokoye, because they have taken something, but they will come out and be shouting, it cannot be, it cannot be. That is human being for you. So anything can happen. If you don't like him, that does not mean other people do not like him. One man's meat is another man's poison. That is just the way it is. Primate Ayodele is a political prophet. Why is it that only political prophecy God is showing him? Pastor Bakare was not campaigning for Tinubu, but is putting some records straight because of people like Ayodele, who doesn't see anything good in Tinubu. Let all men of God face their ministry work and leave politics for politicians. And Tunde Bakare, what is the difference, my brother? Who is a who has to be really trusted? Who is to be trusted in Nigeria? Have you forgotten so soon when Bakare said he would be Buhari's successor? What a self-contradiction. Compare the deep, intelligent, and evidence-based narrative of Pastor Bakare and the empty, frivolous, and annoying perspective of the charlatan calling himself a prophet of God. God had shamed him in the past. God is ever ready to shame him this time around. We are strictly familiar with his prophecies for Saraki in 2019. I cited APC slave here, okay? Nameless and visionless animal. He said if PDP presents Saraki, he will win. Did PDP present Saraki? What of his prophecy about Edo, Ondo, and US elections? Think twice before you talk to man of God. One thing about a human being is that everybody, the prophet, people, some people are behind him. Tinubu, some people are his fans. The Pastor Tunde Bakare, he has his fans, he has his followers. Buhari himself, he has followers. If all those, if devil himself can have followers, what we, not to talk of people that God created, they will still have their followers. So everybody can just defend those who they want, but that does not mean that if you have a different opinion to what other people are saying, good and fine. No, I don't support you. I don't agree with you. You don't even need to support anybody. I don't agree with you, and you don't need to agree with every other person. I don't agree with what you are saying, but that does not mean you begin to call people names. That's how nobody has monopoly to insult. So if you think you can just come and be insulting people, somebody will insult you back. You will insult person. Then when they insult you back, you will not be saying, you are not supposed to do that. You are supposed to do that. Oh, but you will insult person. You think that the person you insult does not have blood does not flow in that person's vein. No. Everybody just try to comport yourself. Put your argument forward. I don't agree with you. Why is it that you don't agree with me? Then you begin to, tell us what you feel about what you are disagreeing, with the other person. It now depends if the person is going to agree to what you said. If you have made your opinion known, if the person sees reason with what you are saying, the person is okay, fine. But if the person does not agree, it's his person's opinion to not to agree. But you don't have the right to come. A lot of people come here to start insulting. If you insult, person will insult you back. Don't just feel that maybe there's anything. Nobody's paying anybody. Nobody's working on that. Nobody's getting any connection or whatever. It is those who are looking for one contract or the other. Or those conventional media house. You can say, oh, maybe because you don't want to. And it is your whatever. If you don't like the person, if you don't like this channel, you move on. There are many oceans in the river. If you come and if you insult people, they will insult you back. That is it. Give you, they give you back. But what we need to do that we don't insult people. But if you think that you get what you get for head, you go no say person get and pass you. You can disagree. It is allowed. Nobody can force his or her opinion on you. But let your opinion be made known. But without insult, don't insult people. That's what we are talking about. Just like I said, somebody say, oh, Tinubu cannot do this. Yo, who told you? If you don't like him, other people, millions of people will queue behind him. And that is life. Variety is the spice of life. So, Tunde Bakare, he has said what he has said. But just that everybody, just be careful. Know what you digesting. Know what you taking. If somebody says something, think deeply, look at it and see if you can pick something from there. But not that, oh, everything that you have been told, you just throw it in. It doesn't make sense. Tunde Bakare is entitled to his opinion. Bakare is entitled to his opinion. Bola Tinubu is entitled to his opinion. So leave your comment below and let's have your take.